Hey everyone, Light 487 here in widescreen. Today I'm going to be looking at a couple of products from vapeking.com.au. The first of which is the SD Keyring e-cig mod. It's been developed by the same people who made the screwdriver, which is what SD stands for. You can see the SD there. It's basically this little thing here. Now, it's a 3.7 volt battery device, fully contained in this polished metal shell with a standard 510 connection there. Like I say, it's a 3.7 volt device. Like all 3.7 volt batteries, when you charge them to full, they start at 4.2 volts, and then as you vape, it gets less and less and less and less. This particular type of battery has been commissioned specifically for this mod. It's a LiPo style battery. This one in particular, after 30% of the capacity has been reduced, it's still, according to the website, 3.95 volts. So it stays at a high, in the high vaping range of charge for a long time, as compared to some batteries which decrease quite quickly. So you end up down at the 3.2 volt range very quickly. So that's why this actual battery is really good. The other good things about it is that it's very small. I mean, look how small it is. There's an XL Cartomizer next to it. It's almost the same length as an XL Cartomizer. It's I don't know if it's like half the size. It's almost half the size as a standard 650 milliamp battery. Ego battery, I should say. So it's very small. So it means you can chuck it in your handbag, chuck it in your pocket, chuck it somewhere like on your keyring, as the name would suggest, etc., etc. So someone on the AussieVapors.com forum said that she attaches a full Cartomizer, chucks it in a handbag, and then she always knows that she has her e-cig with her, even if she forgets her main e-cig. So basically, yeah, it's good for that. It's also good for stealth vaping. So even with an XL Cartomizer on there and a drip tip, it ends up like this. Quite easily fits in your hand with the drip tip sticking out. It's also an automatic battery, which means you don't need to try and push the button with the side of your finger when you're stealth vaping. You just suck on it and it activates immediately. With most auto batteries, including this one, there's a 5-second cutoff, which means if you're sucking on it for 5 seconds, it'll automatically stop. But it doesn't sort of cut out and then you have to wait any time. You can just keep on vaping. You just stop sucking and then start sucking again straight away, and it's going for another up to 5 seconds again and again and again. So, what is the downside? Downside I found was the charge time. Now I got yesterday I got about 6 or 7 hours vaping time out of this little baby, and but to charge it, it took about 3 to 4 hours. So it really takes a long time to charge it. Now I won't be able to get a faster charger for it. I don't know. I think it's something to do with the type of battery it is. I'm not very technical in regards to batteries, but it's possible that's what the reason is. But essentially, it's not that big of a deal because you just chuck it on, walk away, and when it's charged, it's charged. Charge it overnight. No problem, So it's got a good battery life, but obviously bigger battery mods, they're going to give you like all day vaping, whereas this gives you like half a day vaping. But just buy 2 of them and you're set. Anyway, so that's it. How does it perform? Well, like this. Brilliantly, basically. Now, This is a 1.8 ohm single coil Cartomizer, also from vapeking.com.au. This is I believe, the perfect resistance and setup of a Cartomizer for 3.7 volt vaping. You can get 1.5 ohm ones, which are good, but they tend to drain the battery quite harshly. 2.0 to 2.2, that kind of thing, even 2.5 are okay. They do work, the single coil ones, but they generally give you less vapor, or you need to sort of work to get the vapor on a 3.7 volt device. So here's a 2.5. So you can see it's a lot less, but the next draw is better. So as I say, you need to sort of work the Cartomizer. So on the second draw or third draw, it's as good as, you know, the other ones, because you've sort of built up that heat already. This is a 2.0, I believe. This is the ones that come with the SD keyring, that comes with 2 of these Cartomizers. I believe they're 2.0, not 100% sure, but that's what I think. As you can see, heaps of vapor, but it's great, nothing wrong with them. Good, you'll get a good usage out of these, but it's a cooler vape. Okay, it feels cooler, and it feels like less throat hit. Even though I've got exactly the same juice in here, it's less throat hit. And immediately when I'm vaping it, I can feel the difference. You know, it's okay, it's adequate, it's good, you know. And before I came across the 1.8s, I would have said that's great. But now that I've experienced the 1.8 ohm device, Cartomizer, there's no turning back. It's just a perfect point at which to vape. These also work quite well on the Ego batteries, or basically any 3.7 volt device. So that's so that's the SD Keyring e-cig and the 1.8 ohm single coil Cartomizer. I'll just grab a dual coil. I think this one should be okay. I'll use this one. Now this is a dual coil. Now on a more powerful device, or even a big battery 3.7, these might work okay. You can see you really need to work hard for that vape, because it's 2 coils, you know, and it needs to heat up both coils. Putting a LR atomizer on it now. Perfect, no problem at all. But it's when you get to that dual coil Cartomizer, or the higher sort of resistance Cartomizers, that's when you start to have problems with 3.7. So that's why I would recommend for anyone who has a 3.7 volt device to get some 1.8s. Brilliant. Anyway, that's it for me today. I just wanted to sort of show you where I'm at. I'm actually now vaping like I think it's 8.8 milligrams, let's just say 9 milligrams. So I've cut down from 12 now to 9 milligrams, and through this setup, I'm still getting a decent throat hit. So I'm hoping that in a week or so, when I drop down to 6 milligrams, using this same setup, I'll still be getting a reasonable amount of throat hit. Brilliant. Love it. Anyway, that's it for me today. Thanks for watching.